darkest night. In a quiet village in eastern part of Nigeria, a young girl named Ngozi walked home under the moonlight, unaware that her life was about to change forever. Suddenly, footsteps quicken behind her. A shadowy figure emerges from the darkness. Ngozi screams, but her voice is muffled. Ngozi, crying and struggling. "Please. No. Somebody help." No one showed up as her voice faintly died down. In the morning, Ngozi sits outside her home, disheveled and traumatized. Her mother, Mama Asha, paces angrily while her father, Omari, glares at her. Omari sternly said, "You have brought shame to this family, Ngozi. Who will marry you now?" Mama Asha crying. "How could you be so careless, my daughter?" Ngozi weakly said. "Mama. Baba. I didn't choose this. He forced me." I cried and shouted for help but no one heard me. Her father turned away, shaking his head. Her mother sobbed. Villagers whispered in the background, casting judgmental glances. Villagers were saying, "She has disgraced her family. No man will ever want her now." Ngozi, now rejected by her family and the entire village, stand alone, tears streaming down her face. Deserted and hopeless, Ngozi walks alone along a dusty road, her belly now showing signs of pregnancy. She knocked on an aunt's door, but it is slammed in her face. She slept under a tree, cold and hungry. Alone and abandoned, Ngozi wandered the land, carrying a child of a stranger. But just when she thought all hope was lost, a middle-aged woman, Mama Fatima, finds Ngozi unconscious by the roadside. She gently shakes her awake and gives her water. Mama Fatima said to her, "My child, where is your family?" Ngozi weakly replied, "They left me. I have no one." Mama Fatima looked at her with kindness and determination. Mama Fatima said, "Then you have me now." She took Ngozi home, fed her, and cared for her through childbirth. Years passed. Ngozi, now educated, stand at a podium, addressing a crowd. Her daughter, little Adama, sat in the audience. Ngozi, passionately talking to the audience about her experience saying, "I was once a victim, shamed and cast aside. But I stand before you today, not as a victim, but as a survivor. No woman should ever suffer in silence." The crowd clapped. Mama Fatima, now elderly, smiles proudly. Journalists take notes as Ngozi is recognized as an advocate against rape and women's rights activist. Love found Ngozi. At a conference, Ngozi meets David, a well-educated and wealthy man. He listened intently to her speech, with admiration in his eyes. David said, "Your story is powerful, Ngozi. You are an inspiration." Months later, they fell in love and got married. David accepted little Adama as his own, treated her with so much love and care. Ngozi, now strong and confident, walked through the village with David and Adama. The same villagers who once shunned her now greet her with respect. From rejection to redemption, from suffering to strength, Ngozi's journey proved that even in the darkest moments, light can find a way through. She smiles at Adama, holding her hand as they walk into their bright future.